Man, VA know the name with that Novocaine spit. Hustle with the flow, savage life in his steady. Full on diesel fluid, getting money, nothing to it, dope. Distribution deal work, spreading like some food. Call me Thelma Wright, aka Boss Lady. Jamaica Thompson, cause I got that cheese, baby. Mallory Roselle, got inventory clientele. Base heads going dumb, buckle assassin, no, I'm raw. Now put this shit on the scale. Get the baggies out and bag it up and watch how it sell. Cause I'm dope. Right now I'm chained up. But once you get a hit, you be feeling for some more. Cause I'm dope. I'm wrong. I'm dope. I'm wrong. I'm dope. I'm wrong. I'm dope. I'm wrong.
They call her Miss VA. Oh yeah, you know how we do it here. 95.7 the ball. Getting this thing together, y'all. Making sure everything is corresponding. Let's see. Check. I've been this. One, two, check. What kind of mic trying to? One, two, check. Yeah, that sounds way better. That was Miss VA, y'all. Straight from our community. Straight from our community. Getting everything coordinated. All right. Mic check. Everything looks good. Make sure you guys go to our YouTube page, like it. For those that's watching all around the country, like Florida, man, we envy you today because it's still snowing here and it's 14 degrees and the snow is not going to melt. It's not going to melt. If you do not have to go anywhere, do not go anywhere because the snow is it's blowing. The wind is up. So if you don't have to go anywhere, do not go. Let the city workers do their job so they can clear the streets. They've been doing a great job. Shout outs to the contractors. Also, they've been taking care of the side streets and the city been taking care of the main streets and the highways. So be careful as you guys travel out there. It is hazardous. There's a lot of snow still on the streets. It's not going to melt. So every time it snows, it gets more snow compacted. So it's kind of loose too, since it's been real cold. So it's been kind of real loose. So make sure you guys take precautions. I think school is out, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing that school is out. So we have to worry about our young people. Be careful as you go to work, though. Be cautious because it is hazardous out there, y'all. Um, I was just out there, so I know for a fact if you don't have to go anywhere, don't go until, maybe later today after they get a chance to clear off some of these roads. All right. So Find something for you and the young people to do today. Uh, Days like this, we still, of course, this is a money day. We call this day Black Friday, and the reason why we call it Black Friday because 150 years ago, 200 years ago, they called it Black Friday, where they sold black people on the auction block. All year they shined this up. Probably used Vaseline. No, they probably had what's that oil? Back kerosene oil or whatever. They're probably using lard or whatever. I don't know. Shine us up. They just had Roots on. I think on Channel 26 PBS. So if you haven't had the chance to see the story of Roots, some of you, your younger generation, it'd be a good time to see the story of Roots. We got to tell our own history. We can't expect anyone to tell our history. As I speak, I see one of the contractors already out. They're making $50 an hour. The city's looking for you. So Martin Luther King weekend is coming up this weekend. There's a host of activities. Please go to United Way of the Midland website. They have itinerary of activities that's going to be happening in the community. I know the minister, interdenomination minister alliance. I think they have an event this weekend. There's the meet, the play between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. That's going to be shown at the Benson Theater this weekend. My man Cool, he's doing free snow removal for the elderly and the disabled. So if you know someone that's elderly or disabled, my man Cool is what's up, brother Nichols? My man Cool is providing free snow removal for those that are disabled or elderly. I think his number is 402-739-8931. You're also looking for volunteers, especially for those that need, community service hours. What better way to, utilize your community service hours by helping out your neighbor? We really got to demonstrate loving our neighbor, but also, I grew up, man, that we also chastise our neighbor. You know what I mean? And some of these elders know that if you misbehaving, the neighbor discipline you, and then they told your parents, and then your parents discipline you because they knew that if they didn't, the police would discipline you. And right now we have too many of us that are from the hue of blackness or from the black diaspora. Too many of us have infractions with the criminal justice system. Black Friday, like again, I say, we do things different over here. We are a research radio station. We're the only research radio station in the world. We do things different over here. We're not like no other radio station at all. Our goal is to modify our behavior so we're better individuals, better citizens, and better family members. Now, I ain't saying I'm perfect. I'm only 85% saved. Now, I fluctuate. So we do things different over here because we made different. We have an ultimate responsibility of developing conduits of opportunities for the next generation. I'm not happy And if you go to my Facebook, I think I posted on LinkedIn about Massa and the House negotiators, where they don't even invite the senators who brought the money, and then they don't even invite the city councilwoman. The city councilwoman had to hear it, and then she just, she did a sort of Chisholm. She just pulled her own chair up, but she wasn't invited. It's just total disrespect for our leadership. If they disrespect our leadership, then you know how they feel about you, East Omaha. Today is Black Friday. We call it Black Friday for a reason, because I'm 2 generations from slavery. For you new immigrants, like I said, we are a research radio station. So don't get caught up in our social experiments. We do social experiments in real time. Now I'm explaining this to you guys because that's who we are. That's the essence of our station. We are a research radio station. We like Gallup. Gallup puts stuff on paper. No, our research is in real time by the letters that we form into words, that we put into sentences, that create the paragraphs of the stories that we tell here. So today is Black Friday because we're talking about every Friday they used to sell Black people. This is the history of America. And this is the weekend of Martin Luther King. And my last name is King. Made different. But now we turn this Black Friday where those of the Black diaspora, it's our responsibility to support our brothers and sisters in business. To create opportunities for each other. We have the intelligent wealth. We have the economic wealth. We get up every day. We go work for someone else. So on this Black Friday, the goal is, man, we got to support each other. Our dollars got to cycle more than 16 hours before we give our dollars to other people. And that's why I encourage our neighbors. To support Black business, because Black people support you. Black people support everybody, every culture, every day. We just want to reciprocate it. We just want to reciprocate it. If we spend money with you, spend money with us. But Black people, we got to do for ourselves first. So yesterday, we had the greatest hope. The greatest hope that a $500 million is going to come to North and South Omaha, East Omaha. Finally, we're going to get some investment after 50 years. So-called agencies say they've been around here 30 years doing economic development, but we're still poor. We're still struggling. No one, and again, trickled down. All the money stayed at the top. The senators fought for a $500 million and didn't even get invited to the press conference. Didn't get invited to the press conference. Didn't and didn't do you, I mean, are you listening to me? This going to my neighbors. We had two black male senators. I mean, y'all always stereotype the black man, but they brought a $500 million to the community, and now we had so much hope. Now it look like the greatest heist. It's looking like the greatest heist because they always talk about, and you hear their rhetoric. Oh, we don't have the capacity to build. We don't have the construction capacity to build. Well, y'all closed Tech High School. Y'all know what y'all was doing when y'all closed Tech High School. But Roddy Nichols, you have to probably come and tell us what's the uh, Mohana report. Mohana report. Hopefully, I pronounced that right. Make My man Reggie Clark said, make North Omaha a booming business district again by a lot of money set aside for our community. So that 100, and as the senator said, that they use all the money. I mean, they could have gave uh the strip down here on North on 24th Street $50 million so they can build some stuff down here. They said they're doing something for North Omaha, but it's in Carter Lake, Iowa. It says Carter Lake, Iowa. Where's Carter Lake at, y'all? Tell me where Carter Lake at. Where does it say North Omaha at? We got all this green spot space up here at Benson Park with an old golf course. That's in North Omaha. That's investing in North Omaha. That's investing in the people in North Omaha. That's what the money was set for the people in North and South Omaha. But you got people from the big house downtown and the house negotiators. Oh, yeah, it's a new band in town, Massa and the house negotiators. I know they mad at me. What can they do? See, when you have freedom of speech, that's why I love America. Shouts out to the KKK. We want everybody to have freedom of speech. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your opinions are. Because my ancestors, they could not gather in twos against the law for black people to talk. They took our language. You see how much important talking is to me? So why would I want to take talking away from another man because he got a different opinion? It's a constitutional right. And we should have the ability to agree to disagree. So don't get caught up in the social experiment that we do here all the time. Don't get caught up in the experiment, baby. I keep telling you that we are a research radio station. We're the only one in the world. Tell me who has ever claimed that they are a real ecosystem in real time where we're collecting data in order to change behavior. If you want bull crap, turn the dial. God sent me here as a spokesperson. I'm just a spokesperson. Don't kill the spokesperson, the messenger. But I'm another king, and it's a king weekend. It's my family weekend. For my brother on the West Coast, Rodney King, can we just get along? The king's been bringing a message of peace and harmony for I don't know how many years, and we still get beat down. But that's okay. I like to be unliked. So we ain't gonna let the overseers no more sell us no more. We ain't gonna let them catch us no more. So on this Black Friday, oh man, we got to support each other, man. It's a slap in the face. The governors don't support food for people, food for over 150,000 kids. Most of the kids here in North Omaha, he said, "Oh, I'm not gonna sign the bill to give your children extra food." And Heart Ministry Center, Omaha Food Bank, Black Men United, and all these hosts of other churches and organizations giving away food because of the necessity. But they spend all the money and then don't invite the senators. I know they don't like me. Everybody not set out for this type of work. See, but when you're a king, somebody got to do it. So, I'm not that good with the Bible. I'm not good with the children book. But I think they say that if God got something for you, can't nothing stop you. I don't know. Maybe one of y'all spiritual leaders can help me out. I don't know what passage it is. Got my man Phil Rooney. He'll be calling in at 7:30. So on this Black Friday, um, check out the story, y'all. They could have invested in truly in North Omaha. Those senators fought and negotiated. They negotiated. They gave over $200 million to each. 100 million dollars to other congressional districts here in Nebraska. That money was supposed to be meant for North Omaha. Everybody got money except the small businesses here in North Omaha. They got rid of everybody in leadership that were Black on the state level. See, we news, y'all. We news. I know they don't like our news because we're unorthodox. We're going to express our feeling. Like I said, we are a research radio station. We're going to tell the people what it is so they can make the best decisions for their life. I keep telling you, all this is driven by politics. All of this, again, is driven by politics. And if we do not participate in the political process, then this will continue to happen to us. Being bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray, led amok. and you're gonna have your janky legs. Oh yeah, you're gonna have the janky legs. Helping them. So here, 95.7 the boss, they ain't gonna lie at my funeral because you know death is inevitable. And y'all like to assassinate kings. Y'all like to assassinate kings. But they always plot against you when you're about righteousness. They plot against you, but that same devil is plotting against them. So we're gonna turn to heat 2024. I told you we stepping on toes 2024. Black men, we gotta not could we can no longer don't suppress your greatness. For them to not invite those two brothers that have $500 million, and then they take the money and say we're gonna do what we want to do with the money, and they didn't even advocate for the money, they didn't negotiate for the money. Brother Phil. Good, good. Holmes, let me turn this down. Omaha, Nebraska, the birds are blessed. We got my man Phil Rooney in calling from the health department. How you doing today, brother?
Doing well. Happy to be indoors. Sorry I can't make it in person, but there's no way I was going to be able to get down there today. But I want to make sure I get the information out to your audience. So
cool, we appreciate it. So give us the 411 so we can stay healthy.
Okay, well, just do want to remind people that we still have RSV, COVID-19, and the flu circulating. COVID down a little bit the past week in terms of tests that people went out and took as they went out and got tested about that, their doctor or whatever. Lots of people still testing at home. So we know that there's a lot of COVID in circulation. The flu continues to increase. Mm-hmm. Now, what we're worried about today, a release I put out yesterday, is cold weather is nothing to joke around with. Here are a few tips we want to offer people to help stay well. Limit your time outdoors and stay in warm locations when possible. Wear multiple layers of clothing. That's real important. Loose-fitting clothes are the best because tight clothes hinder blood circulation. Be mindful of protecting your ears, face, hands, and feet. Wearing a hat can slow the loss of body heat. I know a lot of guys don't like to wear hats. It's a good day to wear a hat, folks. Waterproof boots with insulated socks or 2 socks on each foot give you the best protection. I know everybody may not have them. Hopefully you can at least wear 2 pairs of socks. That would help a lot if you're going to be out. We want to make a special effort to be aware of the well-being of infants and the elderly. They're the greatest risk for serious injury and illness caused by extreme cold. So check on your elderly neighbors who might need your help or anyone who may have an infant. But, the younger people, their systems aren't as well developed, and older people, their systems may not be as robust as they once were. So we want to watch out for those groups. Portable heat devices can be helpful. You got to be careful with them. If they require combustible fuel like lanterns and grills, you should not use them indoors. Fires of any size, including candles, should never be left unattended. That's especially true if children are around. Last thing you want to do is have the fire department called out in a situation like this to fight a fire under these conditions. Those folks have plenty of other things to help us with. Don't want to put them at risk. Stoves or ovens, especially if powered by gas, should never be used to heat your home. And a lot of other things out there, but remember to keep your car ready if you're going to be going out for winter. Keep your gas tank full and have a safety kit with blankets, booster cables, a flashlight, a shovel, and maps in your vehicle. I understand that a kitty litter is a good thing to put down if you get stuck. That helps you get going. You might pick up some of that if you have an opportunity, if you haven't already got it. If your car gets stuck in the snow, it's typically best to stay inside it keep warm. Cold weather can disorient you. You don't want to go out and get lost out in the snow and have your car one place, you another place. Run the engine for no more than 10 minutes per hour. Keep a downwind window slightly open to make sure nothing is blocking the tailpipe, because that could cause, obviously, that's a very dangerous situation. If the emissions from the exhaust pipe get in the car, that can be life threatening. Also, remember, if you're going to be outside, we're talking about some of these wind chills well below zero. It only takes a few minutes before you can really get some damage to your skin there, frostbite. And if if your skin is discolored, discovered, you've got swelling, you've got pain, you probably need to seek medical attention.
Okay, cool. Well,
so yeah, that's this is a very serious situation we've got here, and the cold temperatures over the course of the weekend are an even bigger concern for me. So let's make sure that everybody out there don't try to show what a hardy Midwesterner you are. Let's play it safe. So we'll see you next week.
Yeah, without a doubt. All right, bro. I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate the opportunity. Have a good, safe weekend, everyone.
You too, bro.
Take care of yourself and each other.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Brother Phil Rooney from the health department giving us an update on everything. The main thing right now is they stay warm. Got to stay warm, y'all. It is chilly out there, about 14 degrees. If you do not have to go out, do not go out. Pretty much everything is closed today anyway. A lot of the hospitals, well, kind of like not the main hospital, but some of the other centers that's offshoots of the hospital. So I would call all the school districts are closed. All the surrounding school districts are closed. All of them. So Blair, Fremont, everyone, Brown Tablet, everyone around this region is having a day off of school. For those young people, this is it's a ching ching day. You know what I mean? So when you look outside and you see the snow, this is a day where you can create opportunities where you can make some money. That's what I used to do as a young lad. And so y'all old folks who think y'all old and want to retire and don't want to share some of that wealth of knowledge that you have before you die, call your grandkids or your nephews, nieces, whatever. Tell them to get out and make some money today. I'm going in twos though, so they can be safe. Knock on some doors in the neighborhood, and then they got all this social media right now, and they know people, and so they can advocate on social media that we're shoveling snow today. We have a shovel, and we are available to make some money by removing snow. So if I was a young person today, I would be getting up, get my shovel, and go in the neighborhood and knock on doors just around your neighborhood. Somebody gonna say yes. Somebody gonna say yes without a doubt. So this is like a ching ching day, a money day. Every time when it snow, oh man, I made money. So we need to have that attitude, y'all. On this Black Friday. All right, so check out my Facebook page. Check out my where we talk about the story of the greatest heist. There was a lot of hope, but I don't know. But politics run everything, y'all. All these decisions was made on a political level. We got to be in the room we got to be in the room. That means that we got to run for office. We need more females to run for office. Females have more compassion. They think more of a family versus men. Men are greedy. They'll show up even though they didn't bring the $500 million, like they were responsible for the $500 million, and then they didn't even thank the senators. Did they thank him? I don't know. Maybe they did. What they showed on TV, they didn't even thank him. I'm going by what they got on TV. So we stepping on toes, man. It's just too much money. Those senators were too hard for them not to be invited, man. It's just total disrespect. And y'all should feel the same way. And if you don't, shame on you. You on the other side. Go in the house. See, my mama picked cotton. I come from cotton pickers. You want to call me a cotton picker? I'm a cotton picker then. That's my descendants. My descendants come from cotton picking. That's how I feel right now. I don't care. I don't care. I like to be unliked. So to Massa and the House negotiators, they had nothing to do with the money, but they shining and grinning. Since Black Friday, man, we do things over here for real. Don't get caught up in the experiment. This might be an experiment. I do real-time experiments. Don't get caught up. I know you have your secret meetings, but you don't know who my allies is. I'm pro-police, but I'm from the hood too. My mama taught me if someone treats you good, treat them better because you might need them one day. See, we're a news agency over here at 95.7. We got a new news division. It's kind of like TMZ. Yeah, we got a new news division. It's like TMZ. We're going to roll it out. I'm going to tell you the initials later on, but it's like TMZ. We paying for information. Oh, yeah, if you got information, we paying for information. We want to be first. We want to be first to broadcast it. Not ABC, not CBS, not ESPN. We want to be first. If it's coming from our people, we want to be first to announce it. We paying for information. We like Cat Williams over here. Yeah, we like Cat Williams without the perm. Y'all thought Cat had a perm. He don't got no perm. See, I like to be unlike. Oh, yeah, I use that energy. Oh, yeah, I use that energy for success. It gets me up in the morning because I know what side you're on. We're going to see who got the biggest mic in the city, preacher. It's Black Friday. Ain't no more selling us on the auction block, but they was trying to sell us on TV. They giving all our money away. Our brothers bought $500 million, and then they not even invited to the meeting. They not even invited to the giveaway. Boy. We cannot no longer sit on the sideline, y'all. My man Frank Lemire of the Democratic Party, I had a chance to, walk with him up in Sioux City because of the treatment of Native Americans. And he called North Omaha the sleeping giant. That's what he called us. They call us the sleeping giant. So who gonna wake up the giant? Who gonna wake up the dry bones? I'm coming like Lot. So it's Black Friday, man. We can no longer be sold on an auction block. So don't get caught up in the experiment, y'all. I warned you. But the bait is too tempting, ain't it? The truth is too tempting not to bite on it. So we practice telling the truth. I don't say that I'm perfect over here. I'm only 85% saved. I think I'm gonna start me a church. I'm gonna leave y'all alone, man. I'm gonna leave Massa in the house negotiators alone. So this is what they like to do to kings. This is from 1968. I was 3 years old. April the 4th.
Say Lipicar body cream. One application a day keeps very dry skin away. 48-hour hydration helps repair the skin barrier.
Maintain law and order. This is Tom Jarrell in Memphis. Now back.
Good evening. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, 39 years old and a Nobel Peace Prize winner, and the leader of the nonviolent civil rights movement in the United States, was assassinated in Memphis tonight. A sniper's bullet cut down Dr. King as he stood on a hotel balcony in Memphis. Within an hour, Dr. King was dead. That happened at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The nation was shocked. President Johnson expressed horror and then postponed his trip to Hawaii until tomorrow. We're going to go to Memphis now and talk to ABC's Tom Jarrell, who's on the scene.
Here in Memphis, of course, a great deal of shock, a great deal of confusion, and a great deal of some violence. I can't say a great deal because I don't really know. I do know that police are very concerned, that the fire department is moving units around the streets, and that there is some rock throwing and some fires reported and some shooting. The full extent of at this time from this vantage point can't be assessed. The full curfew has been imposed on the streets of Memphis. Everyone except emergency vehicles are being cleared from the streets. The National Guard, which had been on duty here up until late last night, they have been recalled to duty and are being put on the streets of Memphis right away. Of course, a great deal of confusion and chaos resulting from the announcement here that Dr. King had died. It was a very great shock for something like this to happen. The shooting occurred at the Lorraine Motel. It was a favorite place for civil rights leaders and for Negro businessmen to stay here in Memphis. I believe we have some film now, Bob, if we can take a look at that. This is where the shooting occurred tonight, where Dr. King was killed. The Lorraine Motel is a favorite place for Negro leaders to stay while in Memphis. It's a very nice new modern motel. He was on the second floor balcony, standing exactly where these two officers are, talking with some of his aides at the time of the shooting. The scene immediately became confused. Officers ran forward and attempted. The shot apparently came from an apartment building directly across. The members of Dr. King's staff were there. A mass rally, which was planned for tonight. They said that suddenly there was a sound that sounded faintly like a firecracker or something, and he was talking about that he was shot. Musical program for tonight's mass rally.
Yeah.
And he had asked you to play a special tune.
Yes, yeah.
Did he say anything after he was shot? Could you tell how seriously he was wounded?
He just said, "Oh," and it knocked him back, off his feet.
After that, was anything said?
Nothing but "oh," and we yelled, and Reverend Jackson, he yelled back at Dr. King. We all hollered. Everybody hollered after the shooting, I was standing kind of sideways. I really didn't have my back to where the shot came from. And when I turned all the way around, we saw the sheriff or the police up on the hill up there.
That was the musical director for Dr. King's group, Ben Branch. He was standing alongside Dr. King when the shot came that killed Dr. King. In fact, Dr. King was discussing tonight's musical program with Ben Branch at the very moment when the shot was fired. The shot, as I say, apparently came from an apartment building which had a number of floors and overlooked the motel. It was a very clear shot to the place where Dr. King was standing on the balcony discussing the situation with his aides. The police here in Memphis immediately issued a bulletin for a young white man dressed in dark clothes who dashed out of that building across the street. He dropped a Browning automatic rifle, which was fitted with a scope, on the sidewalk, and then he fled. We don't have any late information from police headquarters here in Memphis because communications channels at the moment are completely clogged with emergency calls. We don't know if anyone has been apprehended, although we understand that some suspects may be being questioned at police headquarters. So the situation here in Memphis is that a complete shock. The community is in a state of confusion at the moment. Telephone lines, except for emergency calls, are not being handled. Emergency calls only are being handled. And the curfew, which has been reimposed as a full curfew, everyone off the streets except emergency vehicles. And the National Guard has been called back out in an effort to maintain law and order. This is Tom Jarrell in Memphis. Now back to Bob Young in New York.
Thank you, Tom. Joining me here in New York is Peter Jennings, who's been on the road around the country, has seen some of the civil rights happenings, and has met Dr. King, and as I have. Peter, do you have any immediate thoughts about what this assassination, what the reactions may be around the country to it? I know this is highly speculated, but it's...
I suppose the first concern, Bob, that everybody has, and it's obviously the one that Governor Buford Ellington has, and the people of Memphis have, and the people of Harlem have, and other major Negro areas in the cities around the country, is the outbreak of violence. I was sitting with a friend of mine tonight who's been very involved in thinking and believing in civil rights, and asked what his reaction was, and would there be violence? And he said no, he didn't think so, that King had created such a spirit, that this would not create a mass kind of violence like Malcolm X did. You know?
I think it bodes some waiting. Unfortunately, in New York's Harlem, it's raining tonight. Weather has a great deal to do with violence, as I'm sure that both you and I know, both in this country as indeed it does in some of the Latin countries, where we have both served.
Yeah, there's a great radio station in New York here, WBAI are the call letters, I think, which is essentially a Harlem-oriented radio station. And on past occasions when things have got, touchy in that particular area, WBAI has done a great deal to keep the community knit together and calm down. I was trying to get them on the radio tonight and find out if they were keeping things cool.
Put Fructi's Curl Nourish to the test with coconut oil and protein.
That was a news report when Dr. King got assassinated. April 4th, 1968. It's Martin Luther King weekend, man. My last name is King, so you already know. Omaha, the Birds of Plus. We're going to play some of our sponsors real quick. We encourage you to support our sponsors. They support us. There's a big march going on Monday. Hopefully, it'll still go on. It's all this snow. So we'll keep you in the 411. We'll be playing the ad, Keep the Dream Alive. March is happening Monday. Pastor Perkins, my man Tim Clark, is putting that together. Check out this ad. Boss with us.
Omaha, Nebraska. Join us as we celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. King. Keep the Dream Alive. March. Monday, January 15, 2024, at the Martin Luther King Jr. Monument on 24th and Lake to Pilgrim Baptist Church, 25th and Hamilton, starting at 1:30 p.m. As we conglomerate the work of Dr. King, we honor and celebrate young persons in our community who are making a difference in serving others. Join the journey for the first time historical march in Omaha, Monday, January 15th at 2 p.m., program at 3 p.m. Pilgrim Baptist Church is located at 2501 Hamilton Street. Keep the dream alive, Omaha.
All the hits. One station.
95.7 The Boss.
All the hits.
Yo, this is your boy DJ Reggie C, aka Slim Tweezy, inviting y'all to listen to 95.7 FM The Boss for the top 10 independent countdown every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time.
95.7 The Boss.
All the hits.
The Big Show, top 10 independent countdown nationwide.
Hey, Power Radio Nation listeners, gig workers, independent artists, and actors. Empower your health insurance at coveredbypower.com. Power Radio Nation listeners, Covered by Power is a great way to get health coverage. Are you tired of complicated health insurance plans? Simplify your life with Marketplace Insurance from coveredbypower.com. Whether you know it as Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act, we offer a streamlined online process to quote and enroll. And don't worry, Acrisure Healthcare check for any federal or state subsidies to make it even more affordable for you. Need a helping hand? Agents are available to guide you through the process, ensuring you get the best plan for your needs. Come sign up today and get 2 weeks of free telehealth and a chance to win a New Year's Eve getaway to Las Vegas. Take control of your health today by calling 1-888-810-0549 between the hours of 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, Eastern Standard, or visit coveredbypower.com and find the best plan for you and your family. Power Radio Nation got you covered.
Omaha, Nebraska. Join us as we celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. King. Keep the dream alive. March. Monday, January 15, 2024 at the Martin Luther King Jr. Monument on 24th and Lake to Pilgrim Baptist Church, 25th and Hamilton, starting at 1:30 p.m. As we conglomerate the work of Dr. King, we honor and celebrate young persons in our community who are making a difference in serving others. Join the journey for the first time historical March in Omaha. Monday, January 15th at 2 p.m. Program at 3 p.m. Pilgrim Baptist Church is located at 2501 Hamilton Street. Keep the dream alive, Omaha.
North Omaha Flower Shop, Winter Flea Market, January 6, 2024 and January 13, 2024, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Scandal Hall, 7575 Crown Point Avenue. Drawings, food, clothes, jewelry, shoes, craft, cologne, perfume, gift baskets, centerpieces, plants, dollar table, and more. For more information, contact Cheryl at 402-594-8778.
Welcome to SB Aesthetics, a sanctuary where you can escape the chaos of everyday life and indulge in an ultimate spa experience. At SB Aesthetics, we offer a wide range of services to enhance your natural beauty, such as facials, brows, lashes, makeup, and we provide a sense of serenity. Pamper yourself with our luxurious facials tailored to meet your skin's unique needs. Our expert esthetician will leave you glowing and refreshed. Whether it's for a special occasion or just because, our natural glam makeup will enhance your features and bring out your natural beauty. Frame your eyes with our stunning lash extensions that will make heads turn. Perfectly shaped eyebrows can transform your face. You will get the brows of your desire. And when it's time to unwind, our tranquil space is the perfect retreat. Let go of stress as we take care of all your beauty needs. To book your appointment, visit sbaesthetics.com. We are located at 1941 South 42nd Street, Suite 416N. SBE Aesthetics is a proud supporter of KWON 95.7 The Boss. See you soon.
Omaha, Nebraska. Join us as we celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. King. Keep the dream alive. March. Monday, January 15, 2024 at the Martin Luther King Jr. Monument on 24th and Lake to Pilgrim Baptist Church, 25th and Hamilton, starting at 1:30 p.m. As we conglomerate the work of Dr. King, we honor and celebrate young persons in our community who are making a difference in serving others. Join the journey for the first time historical March in Omaha. Monday, January 15th at 2 p.m. Program at 3 p.m. Pilgrim Baptist Church is located at 2501 Hamilton Street. Keep the dream alive, Omaha.
Hi, folks. Robert Quigley here, America's Independent, Washington, D.C., run the road to the White House. Folks, the Quigley team is Team America. We are the centrist problem solvers. We work from facts, evidence, experience, and expertise. We help each other. We use the tools of government to cover your back. We lift all boats. We shall slay the tyranny of the law. We need you. Our road is rocky. Our climb is steep. Our goal is a land of neighbors. Folks, every dollar you donate makes you an owner in our new cooperative America, a shareholder, if you will. Go to my website, robertquigleyforpresident.com. Find the donor box button. Team America needs your spare change. Join our team, spread the word, and together we will make it work for all of us.
Last year, I enrolled my family for health care coverage through the health insurance marketplace. Do I need to enroll again?
Yes, you must re-enroll for 2024 to ensure you or your family are in the right plan. Charles Drew Health Center can help. Our enrollment specialists are trained to help with your application, provide education on financial assistance, and help you find the best options for your budget, health, and future. Open enrollment is November 1st through January 15th. Call Charles Drew Health Center in Omaha at 402-451-3553.
Omaha, Nebraska. Join us as we celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. King. Keep the Dream Alive, March. Monday, January 15, 2024, at the Martin Luther King Jr. Monument on 24th and Lake to Pilgrim Baptist Church, 25th and Hamilton, starting at 1:30 p.m. As we commemorate the work of Dr. King, we honor and celebrate young persons in our community who are making a difference in serving others. Join the journey for the first time historical March in Omaha, Monday, January 15th at 2 p.m., program at 3 p.m. Pilgrim Baptist Church is located at 2501 Hamilton Street. Keep the dream alive, Omaha.
All the hits. One station.
95.7 The Boss.
All the hits.
Yo, this is your boy DJ Reggie C, aka Slim Tweezy, inviting y'all to listen to 95.7 FM The Boss for the Top 10 Independent Countdown every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central.
95.7 The Boss.
All the hits.
The Big Show, Top 10 Independent Countdown nationwide.
Martin Luther King Jr. delivered a speech that would define the civil rights movement and his legacy. This, of course, was his I Have a Dream speech, delivered on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. The March on Washington served as a massive push for economic and political justice for African Americans. Held during the year celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation, crowds marched on the National Mall to watch a variety of musical performances and speeches. Dr. King, a Baptist preacher and prominent civil rights leader, was scheduled to speak towards the end of the day, his debut on the national stage. Up until that point, King mostly addressed small crowds at black churches, rallies, or fundraisers. This time, he would be seen by nearly 250,000 people on the ground, as well as millions at home watching on television. This was an opportunity to reach a wide audience and persuade the public and the government to take action against racial injustice. The night before, King worked with a close group of advisors to get the speech just right. They worked through the night, settling on a final draft in the pre-dawn hours of August 28. Interestingly, the phrase, "I have a dream," a phrase he used in earlier speeches, was nowhere to be found in this copy. The words wouldn't manifest until almost halfway into Dr. King's speech, when gospel singer Mahalia Jackson, who had performed earlier in the day, called out to him from the sidelines to tell them about the dream. King set his prepared remarks aside and improvised the rest, crafting a soaring speech that would sear into the minds of millions of Americans. No, we are not satisfied, and we will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like waters
and righteousness like a mighty stream.
The speech was divided into two parts. The first listed the injustices that African Americans faced: segregation, police brutality, disenfranchisement, and discrimination, and urged a call to nonviolent action. The second launched into King's dream of peace and racial harmony, a vision of a future in which people will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
I have a dream.
Highlighting King's skills as a preacher, I Have a Dream was part sermon and part poetry, using rhetorical devices like repetition, rhyme, and vivid metaphor to drive his points home. It was peppered with historic, biblical, and literary references that moved the crowd. This message of struggle and hope became the defining moment not only of King's career, but also the civil rights movement. Both the speech and the March on Washington were credited with helping secure the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, a landmark piece of legislation that ended segregation and banned discrimination on the basis of race or sex in the workplace.
Free at last! Free at last! Thank God Almighty! We are free at last!
The speech also resonated with activists around the globe. I have a dream. The phrase that wasn't even meant to be in his final draft appeared in political actions all around the world. It's considered one of the world's most transformative and influential speeches, alongside others like Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address and Winston Churchill's Blood, Toil, Tears, and Sweat. I Have a Dream is only one of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s many achievements, but it's nonetheless one of the most pivotal.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
Welcome to the Boss 805. I'm kind of emotional today, brother. You know, when you hear, our struggle, and our struggle continues. Our struggle continues, and we cannot no longer be on the sideline. It is Martin Luther King weekend. National holiday is Monday. A lot of people were against it before it got passed throughout America. Arizona was the last state to ratify it. I think they ratified it fully. I probably need to bring up that cut, Public Enemy. But I'm going to play this speech from Martin Luther King. This speech is called "What is Your Life Blueprint?" About 20 minutes in duration. So, morning, everybody on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Appreciate you. Everybody that's listening to us in cars, on the app, on our website. Go to our website, 957FM. THEBOSS.com, 957FM, theboss.com. You can hear our content there. We have apps. Just Google 95.7 The Boss. All our apps will come up. You can download our apps on TuneIn, radio.net, Umjuma, Radio Nation Network. So we're on multitudes of apps that you can listen to us on the go digitally. Going to make a big announcement. We got a big announcement coming next week. Just got back from Lincoln. Got a handshake deal. See, you know what I mean? You know, sometimes words are bonds and you don't need contracts. You just need your word. Your word is bond. So we're going to be doing a major announcement next week. You know, when they, close one door, for those that, they call me revenue hope. The only hope you got. So I don't want you to lose hope. But you get disappointed from those that you want love the most from. But I'm telling you, there's more doors of love. You just got to continue on your path, keep knocking on other doors. Keep it moving. Don't get mad, whine, complain. You can express your feelings, though, because we don't want you to hold that in. So over here, oh yeah, we call some good trouble over here. We cause good trouble over here, and we're going to continue to cause good trouble. We ain't lying on nobody. See, I like to be unliked. When you work for God, you already know you're gonna be unliked. Comes with the territory. So this next speech is, what is your life blueprint from Martin Luther King?
You decide now at this
and help welcome our honored, distinguished guest, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King.
Thank you very kindly. Principal Fonese, Mr. Williams, members of the faculty and members of the student body of Barrett Junior High School, ladies and gentlemen. I need not pause to say how very delighted I am to be here today and to have the opportunity of taking a brief break in a pretty busy schedule in the city of Philadelphia to share with you the students of Barrett Junior High School. And I want to express my personal appreciation to the principal and the administration for inviting me and for giving me the opportunity to see this very fine and enthusiastic group of students here at Barrett. I guess I ought to start out with a commercial, and that is tonight we're going to have a great night in the city of Philadelphia at the Spectrum. Now, I know you've heard of that new impressive structure called the Spectrum. And I know you've heard of Harry Belafonte and Aretha Franklin and Nipsey Russell and Sidney Poitier and all of these other great and outstanding artists. Well, they're going to be here tonight at the Spectrum. And I hope that each of you will go home and tell your parents to be there tonight for this great Freedom Festival. And I hope you will come also, for it will be a great experience. And by coming, you will be supporting the work of the civil rights movement. Now that I've gotten the commercial out of the way, I'll move on and say some things that I want to say very briefly. And I'm being very honest. I'm going to be brief because I have other engagements. I don't have a tradition of being brief all the time. You know, I'm a Baptist preacher, and we can talk a long time. But I'm going to really be brief today. I want to ask you a question, and that is, what is in your life's blueprint? This is the most important and crucial period of your lives, for what you do now and what you decide now at this age may well determine which way your life shall go. And whenever a building is constructed, you usually have an architect who draws a blueprint. And that blueprint serves as the pattern, as the guide, as the model for those who are to build the building. And a building is not well erected without a good, sound, and solid blueprint. Now, each of you is in the process of building the structure of your lives. And the question is whether you have a proper, a solid, and a sound blueprint. And I want to suggest some of the things that should be in your life's blueprint. Number one, in your life's blueprint should be a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebodyness. Don't allow anybody to make you feel that you are nobody. Always feel that you count. Always feel that you have worth. And always feel that your life has ultimate significance. Now that means that you should not be ashamed of your color. You know, it's very unfortunate that in so many instances, our society has placed a stigma on the Negro's color. And you know, there are some Negroes who are ashamed of themselves. But don't be ashamed of your color. Don't be ashamed of your biological features. Somehow you must be able to say in your own lives and really believe it, I am black but beautiful. And believe it in your heart. And therefore you need not be lured into purchasing cosmetics advertised to make you lighter. Neither do you need to process your hair to make it appear straight. I have good hair, and it is as good as anybody else's hair in the world. And we've got to believe that. Now, in your life's blueprint, be sure that you have that a principle of somebodyness. Secondly, in your life's blueprint, you must have as a basic principle the determination to achieve excellence in your various fields of endeavor. You're going to be deciding as the days and the years unfold what you will do in life, what your life's work will be. And once you discover what it will be, set out to do it and to do it well. And I say to you, my young friends, that doors are opening to each of you. Doors of opportunity are opening to each of you that were not open to your mothers and to your fathers. And the great challenge facing you is to be ready to enter these doors as they open. Ralph Waldo Emerson, the great essayist, said in a lecture back in 1871 that if a man can write a better book or preach a better sermon or make a better mousetrap than his neighbor, even if he builds his house in the woods, the world will make a beaten path to his door. That hasn't always been true, but it will become increasingly true. And so I would urge you to study hard, to burn the midnight oil. I would say to you, don't drop out of school, and I understand all of the sociological reasons why we often drop out of school. But I urge you, in spite of your economic plight, in spite of the situation that you are forced to live so often with intolerable conditions, stay in school. And when you discover what you're going to be in life, set out to do it as if God Almighty called you at this particular moment in history to do it. And just don't set out to do a good Negro job, but do a good job that anybody could do. Don't set out to be just a good Negro doctor, a good Negro lawyer, a good Negro school teacher, a good Negro preacher, a good Negro barber, a beautician, a good Negro skilled laborer. For if you set out to do that, you have already flunked your matriculation exam for entrance into the University of Integration. Set out to do a good job and do that job so well that the living, the dead, or the unborn couldn't do it any better. If it falls your lot to be a street sweeper, sweep streets like Michelangelo painted pictures. Sweep streets like Beethoven composed music. Sweep streets like Leontine Price sings before the Metropolitan Opera. And sweep streets like Shakespeare wrote poetry. Sweep streets so well that all the host of heaven and earth will have to pause and say, here lived a great street sweeper who swept his job well. If you can't be a pine on the top of the hill, be a scrub in the valley. But be the best little scrub on the side of the rill. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. For it isn't by size that you win or you fail. Be the best of whatever you are. We already have some noble examples of black men and black women who demonstrated to us that human nature cannot be cataloged. They in their own lives have walked through long and desolate nights of oppression, and yet they've risen up and plunged against cloud-filled nights of affliction, new and blazing stars of inspiration. And so from an old slave cabin of Virginia's hills, Booker T. Washington rose up to be one of America's great leaders. He lit a torch in Alabama, and darkness fled in that setting. Yes, you should know this because it's in your own city. From a poverty-stricken area of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Marion Anderson rose up to be the world's greatest contralto, so that a Toscanini could say that a voice like this comes only once in a century. And Sibelius of Finland could say, my roof is too low for such a voice, from the red hills of Gordon County, Georgia. And the arms of a mother who could neither read nor write, Roland Hayes rose up to be one of the world's great singers and carried his melodious voice into the palaces and mansions of kings and queens. From crippling circumstances, there came a George Washington Carver to carve for himself an imperishable niche in the annals of science. There was a star in the diplomatic sky, and then came Ralph Bunce, the grandson of a slave preacher. He reached up and grabbed it and allowed it to shine in his life with all of its scintillating beauty. There was a star in the athletic sky. Then came Jackie Robinson in his day and Willie Mays in his day with their powerful bats and their calm spirits. Then came Jesse Owens with his fleet and dashing feet. Then came Joe Louis and Muhammad Ali with their educated fists. All of them came to tell us that we can be somebody, and to justify the conviction of the poet, fleecy locks and black complexion cannot forfeit nature's claim. Skin may differ, but affection dwells in black and white the same. And if I were so tall as to reach the pole, or to grasp the ocean at a span, I must be measured by my soul. The mind is the standard of the man. And finally, in your life's blueprint must be a commitment to the eternal principles of beauty, love, and justice. Don't allow anybody to pull you so low as to make you hate them. Don't allow anybody to cause you to lose your self-respect to the point that you do not struggle for justice. However young you are, you have a responsibility to seek to make your nation a better nation in which to live. You have a responsibility to seek to make life better for everybody. And so you must be involved in the struggle for freedom and justice. Now, in this struggle for freedom and justice, there are many constructive things that we all can do and that we all must do. And we must not give ourselves to those things which will not solve our problems. You've heard the word nonviolent and you've heard the word violent. I happen to believe in nonviolence. We struggle with this method with young people and adults alike all over the South, and we have won some significant victories, and we've got to struggle with it all over the North because the problems are as serious in the North as they are in the South. But I believe as we struggle with these problems, we've got to struggle with them with a method that can be militant, but at the same time does not destroy life or property. And so our slogan must not be burn, baby, burn. It must be build, baby, build. Organize, baby, organize. Yes, our slogan must be learn, baby, learn, so that we can earn, baby, earn. And with a powerful commitment, I believe that we can transform dark yesterdays of injustice into bright tomorrows of justice and humanity. Let us keep going toward the goal of selfhood, toward the realization of the dream of brotherhood, and toward the realization of the dream of understanding goodwill. Let nobody stop us. I close by quoting once more the man that the young lady quoted, that magnificent black bard who has now passed on, Langston Hughes. One day he wrote a poem entitled Mother to Son. The mother didn't always have her grammar right, but she uttered words of great symbolic profundity. Well, son, I'll tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal stad. It's had tacks in it. Boards torn up, places with no carpet on the floor, bare. But all the time, I's been a climbing on and reaching landings and turning corners and sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you stop now. Don't you sit down on the steps cause you find this kind of hard, but I's still going, boy. I's still climbing. And life for me ain't been no crystal stair. Well, life for none of us has been a crystal stair, but we must keep moving. We must keep going. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl, but by all means, keep moving.
Man. We got some work to do. You know, sometimes they call me the crying DJ. Wow, wow. So what's your blueprint? What's your blueprint? Boy, it's tough when you're fighting for freedom. It's just so tough. So we're asking God for more ammunition. So on this Black Friday, be purposeful on supporting a Black business. If you're from the Black diaspora, it's our responsibility to support each other. So even my man, Martin Luther King said, oh man, be Black and be proud. Black is beautiful, y'all. He said that you had to wear no makeup. I mean, even the pastor said it. He talked about a lot of stuff, y'all. He talked about a lot of stuff. So Martin Luther King weekend is well, it's snowing today, so you know things have been canceled today. So we'll see how the rest of the weekend's going. There's a host of things planned. And so we'll keep you in the 411. So just stay tuned to 957 The Ball. So we'll keep you informed of what's going on. So if you guys know something has been canceled, give me a call. We can announce it. And so people, can make other adjustments. Right now, it's not safe to go outside. It's still snowing. about 14 degrees. The wind is blowing. It's icy out there. You have to take precautions. If you don't have to go outside, don't. If you need snow removal, please contact my man Cool COO. His number is 402-739-8931. If you're elderly or disabled, he will remove your snow for free. On this Black Friday, man, you know, I'm really emotional. This last couple of days when our leadership get disrespected, they bring $500 million and then it's given away by someone else that wasn't even part of the process. And then you got House negotiators up there smiling like they brought the money. I have a problem with it because our senators have a problem with it. You're always welcome, Miss Snipes. You're always welcome. That number is 402-739-8931. I'll put it in the text. His name is Cool. If you are disabled or elderly, he will shovel your snow for free. We are looking for more volunteers. If you need to get rid of some of your community service hours, what better way than to love thy neighbor? We need to stop praying about it and put some damn action behind all these words that y'all go to church for. And if you need help, please do not suffer in silence. Don't worry about nobody talking about you, because they're going to need help one day. We need not to suffer in silence no longer. And we're going to say something to those gatekeepers, whatever it is, because as my cousin and them, as you just heard, what's your blueprint? What's your blueprint? So we're not happy over here. Massa and the negotiators. We're going to let you know we ain't happy. Thank you, Kathy. So 40 degrees, 7 below, wind chill right now. So please just stay in the house. Just stay in the house. Be careful. Hopefully, if you guys need any services, call 211-211. I'm telling you, y'all, you get your blessings by loving thy neighbor, actually caring about someone and actually doing it. They told them that we the fastest growing economic, but over here we poor, over here we poor. But the governor and the mayor, it says all good. And then the brothers got there, it's all good. It's economics, it's all good. The fastest growing economy in the country, but we still poor over here. It's all politics, y'all. It's all politics. It's all politics. And we cannot no longer sit on the sideline and not participate in the politics. So we need more women to run for office. At least women got a little bit more compassion. They have a warrior mentality. Well, some of them don't, unless they get a man personality. But the top crooks are politicians. They're the top crooks. You gotta watch them. Except for Senator Chambers. Better watch them though. So we're gonna be on them, y'all, because they didn't invite them. That's disrespectful. They didn't invite the councilwoman. The councilwoman just heard about it and she did a sort of chism on it. She just came on in. They didn't invite her either. She just came on and she did a sort of chism on them. Sort of chism teaches, oh, if they don't invite you, you pull up your own chair. So ain't no more coming over here and doing stuff and we ain't gonna say nothing about it. We got a big mic also. We report news also. Our news is different. It's called grassroots news. And grassroots news, you get it for real. You might get it from a drunk person. Grassroots news. They might be high on crack. I don't know. Grassroots news. Grass news gossip. Hey, y'all, we paying for information also. We the new TMZ. We got a new news division over here at 95.7 The Balls. Breaking news. We paying for information. If someone's doing something in your organization and you know it's ethically wrong, we paying for information like TMZ. Oh yeah, we're coming down. We're breaking down corruption. Because I already know y'all got y'all spies. I already know you got your spies on me, but y'all being followed too. I'm letting y'all in. You don't think we tell the truth over here? You being followed too. I keep telling pro police. We report crime over here, without a doubt. 95.7 The Boss. For you first-time listeners, I don't want to startle anyone. We are a research radio station, the only research radio station in the world. Our goal is to modify our behavior so we're better individuals, better family members, and better citizens. What's wrong with being a little bit better than we were yesterday? We put it in practice, though, over here. We put it in practice. And I tell everybody, do not get caught up in the experiment. You might be in a real-time experiment. We got Gallup over here. They're mostly a paper. We real-time. We get real data, and we use that data to modify behavior. We're the only research radio station in the world. No one exists like we do. So we're going to talk about, but we ain't want to gossip. We ain't want to gossip, but we're going to talk about it. If we got problems in our community, we're going to talk about it. And shouts out to College Radio Directory. But 2024, we cannot suppress our greatness any longer, y'all. We cannot longer. Our community need us to be great. And I'm talking specifically to men. Men, we need to mend relationships. We need to mend relationships, men, because right now we having problems with men and women relations. It's too much domestic violence going on. They say it's the last days, but it don't have to be this way. It's Martin Luther King weekend. I'm a king, and man, I'm emotional. Man, I've been emotional. I'm emotional. You know, my superhero was Spock. You know, he wasn't all into emotions, but man, I'm emotional because I'm a king, and I'm fighting for the same thing: freedom, justice, liberty. But you got to watch everybody. Everybody is a scam artist. Everybody's a cheat, a murderer, a rapist. Ain't y'all tired of living in a society like this? We can't just share. We can't share. So I'm a descendant of a king. My last name is King. I'm part of the family. The senators were on a few weeks ago. Ms. Snipes, I'm going to invite the senators back in because the senators weren't happy with the process of how the money is being allocated. As you seen yesterday, the senators were not invited to the press conference, even though the senators brought $500 million to North and South Omaha, East Omaha. They were not a part of the allocations of those dollars, the announcement of those dollars. They wouldn't even barely acknowledge. It was arrogant for them not to invite those brothers when they're the ones that spearheaded that $500 million. Governor Pillen wasn't there. It was Governor Ricketts, Senator Ricketts, that signed it into law. Mayor Stotter wasn't there. It was Governor Ricketts and the Senate, the unicameral, that passed this legislation. If we don't get involved in the political process, man, we're going to be duped every time. Hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray. Freedom of speech is necessary so people can have balance, so they can get some truth. But people are so greedy. They don't want to share. They want to stay with their state constituents, the Democrats or the Republicans. They thieves too. But for the governor, the mayor, OEDC, Burlington, and y'all didn't invite the senators that actually brought the $500 million to this community. Y'all didn't invite them. And then y'all give the money that they negotiated for at the unicameral. Y'all give the money away, and y'all say y'all putting it in North Omaha when the facility is in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Y'all invested in the casinos. Iowa. Shouts out to Iowa. I don't have no problems with the burbs. The Bluffs. You know, they part of our coverage area. We love you, Council Bluffs. But we're talking about Carter Lake, Iowa. Why they build a facility up in Benson Park, all that grass area? Ain't nobody golfing. They gonna put it in Carter Lake, Iowa. The chamber also. I'm a chamber member. I guess you can't blame them. I don't know. But all I know was that the two black senators, yeah, they black, But them black senators, since y'all think we got no smarts and we dumb, them black senators brought the most money in a history. Not only in Nebraska, but in the history of America. And then now they get swooped down like vultures. See, oh yes, it's Martin Luther King weekend. What's your blueprint? Part 2. You're hearing it from William King. Part 2. What's your blueprint? We, like you said, Kimberly, we ain't blaming. We're just telling the truth over here. We're just reporting the truth. It might be unorthodox. It might be a little bit unorthodox, but we ain't lying on nobody. We ain't lying on nobody. Yeah, our truth, how we do our news is different. No, we ain't CBS, ABC. And we breaking those stereotypes. Oh, the black man can't show emotions because we're violent. Nah, man, get over that. I control my own behavior. My mama taught me that. The one that picked cotton for y'all for free. So y'all can't tell me nothing. If your mama haven't picked cotton in Sumner, Mississippi, you better be quiet. And then Mike Maroney get up there and said, well, we help them, we help them. Like, you're not part of us no more, OEDC? You help them out? That's kind of like when Janky Legs preacher ran out when the governor said, what y'all people doing? Which is, I think is a good question. What y'all people doing? Oh, man. Ms. Knight says accountability, transparency, stewardships are part of the responsibility of our neighbors and residents. Like I said, we got to vote, y'all. We got to get involved with the political process. We got to know what these people are doing with the money. The money was supposed to be trickling down to small businesses, and it didn't go to small businesses. We got somebody from their mama's from Farmerville, Louisiana. I know they picking cotton in Farmerville, Louisiana. With a name like that, Farmerville, Louisiana, I know they're picking cotton down there. So if y'all want to call me a cotton picker, call me a cotton picker. That's my descendants. I come from cotton pickers. So I'm calling from the field to the house negotiators. My grandmama told me when I was a teenager that they would be coming back to steal the flatlands. Well, they call it gentrification. Now you got the Arabs, they buying all the gas stations. We kind of like a little New York or a little Chicago. And they selling pork rinds. And they Muslims selling pork. Oh, man. Sometimes they call me Reverend New Hope, the only hope you got. I'm on my sermon today. They call it the Blueprint 2. I'm not Martin Luther King. I'm William A. King. So on this Black Friday, it's our responsibility. If you are from the Black diaspora, it's our responsibility to support our brothers and sisters. And for our neighbors who we spend money with every day, we want you to spend money with us also. We just want to reciprocate the behavior. See, we're a research radio station. I keep telling you, we're the only one in the world. We're going to challenge you with the what's right. So, I like to be unliked. Sometimes it's okay to be liked. It's okay to be unliked, especially when you're doing it for righteousness. When you're doing it for the right thing, it's okay to be unliked. It's okay to cause some good trouble. Man, somebody gotta fight for freedom, justice, and liberty. Boy, but hearing Minister King speak, man, it got me crying. Because man, we still in the same struggle, and then we still got these house negotiators with Massa in them. Tell them I said it. Because I like to be unliked. See, we ain't no sucker ducks over here. So when you come from a mama that you have to read to, oh yeah, because she picking cotton for you, and then you gonna come out and sell us out for a couple $1 million? What you get? What they give you? A couple $1 million? And they gonna come over there and say them. Or we came to them, but then I got another report. I'm coming like Senator Chambers. I got the stats. We are a news agency. And I want to tell everybody, we paying for information. We the new TMZ in North Omaha. We paying for information. 402-714-6482. So they on TV shining, laughing, smiling. And they didn't thank the senators that bought $500 million and they gonna get the money smiling. See, I know they're mad at me. They probably got the paperwork to evict me today. They got the paper. They're working on the paperwork to evict me today. Oh yeah, you can't evict the news. What you trying to suppress freedom of speech? Oh yeah, they mad today. They're trying to find a way to evict me today. Oh yeah, I'm ahead of you. You thief. So check it out, man. They didn't invite the woman. Y'all disrespectful, man. Over here, you don't disrespect our women over here. See, I stopped a Negro from raping a black woman. We do this for real over here. And now you don't invite our councilwoman. Our councilwoman had to do a Shirley Chisholm on them. She wasn't invited to me. She had to pull up she had to come in and invade the press conference. And it's coming, all this money coming to her district. So disrespectful. Massa in them. Massa in the House, the House negotiators. They got me stuttering this morning. So I know they mad today. Call your lawyers. I got lawyers too. Wouldn't you like to have a lawyer too? So ain't no more. It's a new sheriff in town. It's a new sheriff in town, baby. It's a new sheriff in town. Checks and balance. We're gonna ask the congressman to make sure we got checks and balance. The senator said they spent all the money. They could have gave some money to businesses all around Ames corridor, North 30th corridor, 24th Street corridor, 16th Street corridor. They could have gave millions of dollars to the small businesses right here. But you know what they did? They did the smoke and mirror on you. They did the smoke and mirror. They did the bait and switch. So tell the big house, I know they mad at me. I don't care. I like to be unliked. See, we're a different type of radio station, so don't get caught up in the experiment. Ask yourself, is this an experiment? Ask yourself, is William behaving like this because it's an experiment? Don't get caught up in the research, baby. Tell them, doctor. Tell them, don't get caught up in my social science experiment. My degree is in behavioral science. Shouts out to Midland Lutheran College, Midland University in Fremont, Nebraska. So we're going to be on them every day. We're going to be watching the money. I'm going to put some more things out of some lies. So we practice telling the truth over here. Even though I'm 85% saved, we still practice telling the truth. So Omaha, be careful today. Again, the wind chill is, it's cold out there, y'all. So be careful as you go outside today. I'm trying to find another speech on Martin Luther King before we get out of here. Try to find one more speech before we get out of here for Martin Luther King. Let me see what we got. Again, today is Black Friday. We encourage those of the Black diaspora to support those of the Black diaspora in business. Also, we encourage our neighbors to support those Black businesses. Black people support every business in this community every day. And that's just the truth. We just want to reciprocate it. We just want to reciprocate it. I'm tired of y'all saying y'all go to church, y'all believe in God. Some of y'all don't believe in God. We cool with y'all. But y'all still want that money. Okay, this speech right here is 45 minutes, so you probably go in and out. Instagram, we're gonna cut off in a little bit. Facebook, YouTube, we're gonna continue to let you watch this. Oh yeah, without J Keys, we pay for information, without a doubt, on our enemies, our adversaries. We're gonna do like the U.S. government, our allies. We pay for information, y'all. We're paying for information. So if you got something on some of these organizations, some of these gatekeepers, we surely want information on them. You know what I mean? We're paying for information, y'all. We the new ghetto TMZ. We're very unorthodox. If you want to be a correspondent, give me a call, 402-714-6482. That is my real number. And I'm talking real stuff for real. We are seeking information on those. We seeking information, y'all. We seeking information. Good morning, everybody. I appreciate everybody on Facebook. I've been, sometimes they call me the crying DJ. I know they call me a lot of the stuff behind my back, but that's all right. I don't mind. So before we get out of here, for those that's listening to us on the radio and online, we're gonna play this speech. This speech is called "I've Been to the Mountaintop." For those that have not heard this speech, man, I'm just been emotional, man. I'm just tired of getting taken advantage of, and it's been my motto this year, especially if you're a Black man. We cannot suppress our greatness no more. Don't suppress your greatness. Our families need us to be great. And because you being great and you stepping on toes, forget it. Keep stepping on toes if you being great. Because when you're great, oh yeah, you're manifesting your God-given talents. We need to exalt God. We need to forget the devil. We're running all you antichrists out of here. So for y'all that think you're plotting to stop me, oh man, God's with me. See, if you're plotting against me, the devil is gonna get you. That's how good I'm with the devil. The devil don't mess with me. I don't mess with the devil. Devil don't mess with me. But the devil gonna mess with you if you mess with me, because the devil, I don't know. The devil know I don't mess with them. Well, y'all need to smile. Y'all too serious out there. Y'all too serious. I know y'all heard my famous sermon. They call me Reverend New Hope, the only hope you got. My famous sermon is, I haven't written it all. I'm sarcastic, y'all. So man, we like to laugh over here. I work for a God that like to laugh. Now, I wrote my own Bible. It's called, I don't call it the Bible, I call it the Holy Scriptures. Now, do you want to hear my first scripture, y'all? Who wants to hear my first scripture of my new Bible? Well, we don't rock the King James. We don't rock the King James. We rock the Holy Scriptures. So my first scripture in my Holy Scripture book is the first scripture, the very first scripture. Now, don't laugh. Don't laugh at it. My very first scripture is, don't do what I do. That's the very first scripture. Don't do what I do. See, you like that one, right? Don't do what I do, because I'm only 85% saved. You know what the second scripture is in my Holy Scripture book? Y'all call the Bible. I write my own Bible. I don't mess with the King James. The second one is, do what I do. Ooh, 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 ooh. Boy, I keep it simple, don't I? I keep it simple. Do what I do, because I am 85% saved. All right, that's the first two scriptures in my Holy Scripture book, aka the Bible. All right. Omaha, the Birds of Bless. I had to give you guys a little satire before I get out of here. I think my next career, I might go to comedy. What y'all think? Should I go to comedy? I might have to write some stuff. A lot of stuff I'm just kind of off the brain. going to the boys club, boys club, you hit boy, I used to get Joan on a lot at the boys club, the dozens, because I used to stutter and I couldn't talk. Shoot, boy. Shoot, man. Y'all better get y'all act together. Omaha, the Birds of Bluffs, man, I love y'all. And yesterday, it was called Love Yourself Thursday. And I just loved all on Omaha. And that's why I talked about that press conference, $500 million. My man, Myron Pierce. Myron, we're gonna have to come because you got too much intelligence. We need some guidance on the financial and how we develop our own bank and all this stuff. But we do have two institutions that have partnered with American National, and then my man, brother Julian Young, has Young Bank on 30th and Ames. He's partnered with another bank, and so we do have two Black institutions that are leading the way, and so it is a start. And so we need to support them. Maybe we need to put our deposits in those institutions because they have way more latitude on who they borrow money to. All right. So we're gonna be on everybody this weekend. There's a host of events. If anything cancel, please let us know so we can let the community know. I know there's a minister event going on this week. We love the Lord. I'm tough on preachers though. Yeah, I am tough on preachers. And bishops. If you don't really work for God, we're gonna run you out of town. At least I am. We're running you out of town. We're running you out of town, and we paying for information on preachers too. We're paying for information on everybody. I know y'all following me, but see, I'm a precinct. I'm a former probation officer. I know how to investigate. So we did new TMZ on the north side. We're paying for information. We're coming like Cat Williams. I got Cat Williams on the team. No, I ain't lying. But we're paying for information, y'all. 402-714-6482. Since we are the press, I can keep my sources anonymous. We the press, baby. Freedom of the press. I can keep my sources anonymous. We're looking for money. We're looking for information on all these organizations that get money, federal money. If you work on the inside, let us know. We slide. We coming like lobbyists. We slide you an envelope. If you work for one of these minority organizations that's supposed to be giving money to the people, and they taking the money, let us know. We paying for information, baby. We're gonna stop the nonsense. Checks and balance. I know y'all gonna come at me. I know, but I'm good with the I, the R, the S. I'm good with the I, the R, the S. You better get in touch with Martine. Affordable tax right on 6311 Ames. I know you're trying the I, the R, the S. I'm good with the I, the R, the S. Shout out to Martine Corte. Affordable tax. She keeps me in line. Since it is Black Friday, we gotta support Black business. So I gotta call some cards. We gotta laugh at some of this stuff, man. You gotta laugh at some of this stuff that's going on in this community. But I tell you, y'all, it's a new sheriff in town. We're gonna talk about the nonsense. Yes, we gossip over here. We cause good trouble over here. And remember, we're a research radio station. So don't get caught up in the research. So I'm telling you what I be doing. So if I post something on or share something on Facebook, and it might be edgy a little bit, might be a little, but it has truth to it, or sarcastic, but it has truth to it. I know it's gonna cause some vibrations. I know it is, because when you about righteousness and you put that that bait on righteousness, oh yeah, you know they're gonna come up and nibble. They gonna nibble. They gonna nibble. Those of iniquity, they can't stand righteousness. It's like the opposite for them. So when they give me negativity, I use it for positivity. When I give them positivity, they use it for negativity. Everybody don't believe what you believe in. Everybody don't believe in God, for real. I gave y'all the statistics on who believe in God. 83%, according to Pew reports, you can check it out from Pew, P-E-W. They report on who believe in God. And they ask the races who believe in God. The Asians believe in God about 50% of the time. Half the Asians don't even believe in God. The Hispanics, about 56%. You got 40% that don't even believe in Mary. They don't believe in God. Our European our Caucasian brothers and sisters, they believe in God around about 60-some%. This is the reporting from Pew. But you know who has the highest belief in a higher power? Those are the Black diaspora. Black people believe in God around 80%, 86% of Black people believe in there's a higher power. You talking about morality? When half the other races on earth don't even believe in God? These are just facts. This is stuff that's been reported, man. Don't get mad at me because I'm educated. Don't get mad at me because I can read. Y'all want to get mad at me because I'm educated and I can read and I choose to be less ignorant. So this Black Friday, y'all, let's cause some good and trouble. And if you're a Black man, do not suppress your greatness. And if you're a man, period, do not suppress your greatness. Your families need you. This next speech, we're gonna let it play. 45 minutes. YouTube. You guys can watch it, listen to it. Facebook, I'll let you guys watch it, listen to it. This speech is called The Mountaintop. Instagram, we'll let you watch a little bit, but I gotta get to work, y'all. So this all on YouTube. All this, the videos, this old footage is on YouTube. And so I'm just playing the original speech from Dr. King, April 3rd,
Kindly, my
1968,
friends,
Memphis, Tennessee.
as I listen to Ralph Abernathy and his eloquent and generous introduction, and then thought about myself, I wondered who he was talking about. It's always good to have your closest friend and associate to say something good about you. And Ralph Abernathy is the best friend that I have in the world. I'm delighted to see each of you here tonight in spite of a storm warning. You reveal that you are determined to go on anyhow. Something is happening in Memphis, something is happening in our world. And you know, if I were standing at the beginning of time with the possibility of taking a kind of general and panoramic view of the whole of human history up to now. And the Almighty said to me, Martin Luther King, which age would you like to live in? I would take my mental flight by Egypt. And I would watch God's children in their magnificent trek from the dark dungeons of Egypt through, or rather across the Red Sea, through the wilderness on toward the Promised Land. And in spite of its magnificence, I wouldn't stop there. I would move on by Greece and take my mind to Mount Olympus. And I would see Plato, Aristotle, Socrates, Euripides, and Aristophanes assemble around the Parthenon. And I would watch them around the Parthenon as they discuss the great and eternal issues of reality, but I wouldn't stop there. I would go on even to the great heyday of the Roman Empire. And I would see developments around there through various emperors and leaders, but I wouldn't stop there. I would even come up to the day of the Renaissance and get a quick picture of all that the Renaissance did for the cultural and aesthetic life of man, but I wouldn't stop there. I would even go by the way that the man for whom I'm named had his habitat. And I would watch Martin Luther as he tacked his 95 Theses on the door at the Church of Wittenberg, but I wouldn't stop there. I would come on up even to 1863 and watch a vacillating president by the name of Abraham Lincoln finally come to the conclusion that he had to sign the Emancipation Proclamation, but I wouldn't stop there. I would even come up to the early 30s and see a man grappling with the problems of the bankruptcy of his nation and come with an eloquent cry that we have nothing to fear but fear itself. But I wouldn't stop there. Strangely enough, I would turn to the Almighty and say, if you allow me to live just a few years in the second half of the 20th century, I will be happy. Now, that's a strange statement to make because the world is all messed up. The nation is sick. Trouble is in the land, confusion all around. That's a strange statement. But I know somehow that only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. And I see God working in this period of the 20th century in a way that men in some strange way are responding. Something is happening in our world. The masses of people are rising up And wherever they are assembled today, whether they are in Johannesburg, South Africa, Nairobi, Kenya, Accra, Ghana, New York City, Atlanta, Georgia, Jackson, Mississippi, or Memphis, Tennessee, the cry is always the same: we want to be free. And another reason that I'm happy to live in this period is that we have been forced to a point where we with the problems that men have been trying to grapple with through history, but the demands didn't force them to do it. Survival demands that we grapple with them. Men for years now have been talking about war and peace, but now no longer can they just talk about it. It is no longer the choice between violence and nonviolence in this world. It's nonviolence or non-existence. That is where we are today. And also in the human rights revolution, if something isn't done and done in a hurry to bring the colored peoples of the world out of their long years of poverty, their long years of hurt and neglect, the whole world is doomed. Now, I'm just happy that God has allowed me to live in this period to see what is unfolding. And I'm happy that He's allowed me to be in Memphis. I can remember when Negroes were just going around, as Ralph has said, so often scratching where they didn't itch and laughing when they were not tickled. But that day is all over. We mean business now, and we are determined to gain our rightful place in God's world. And that's all this whole thing is about. We aren't engaged in any negative protest and in any negative arguments with anybody. We are saying that we are determined to be men. We are determined to be people. We are saying that we are God's children. And if we are God's children, we don't have to live like we are forced to live. Now, what does all of this mean in this great period of history? It means that we've got to stay together. We've got to stay together and maintain unity. You know, whenever Pharaoh wanted to prolong the period of slavery in Egypt, he had a favorite formula for doing it. What was that? He kept the slaves fighting among themselves. But whenever the slaves get together, something happens in Pharaoh's court, and he cannot hold the slaves in slavery. When the slaves get together, that's the beginning of getting out of slavery. Now let us maintain unity. Secondly, let us keep the issues where they are. The issue is injustice. The issue is the refusal of Memphis to be fair and honest in its dealings with its public servants who happen to be sanitation workers. Now we've got to keep attention on that. That's always the problem with a little violence. You know what happened the other day, and the press dealt only with the window breaking. I read the article. They very seldom got around to mentioning the fact that 1,300 sanitation workers are on strike, and that Memphis is not being fair to them, and that Mayor Loeb is in dire need of a doctor. They didn't get around to that. Now we're going to march again, and we've got to march again in order to put the issue where it is supposed to be. And force everybody to see that there are 1,300 of God's children here suffering. Sometimes going hungry, going through dark and dreary nights, wondering how this thing is going to come out. That's the issue. And we've got to say to the nation, we know how it's coming out. But when people get caught up with that which is right and they are willing to sacrifice for it, there is no stopping point short of victory. We aren't going to let any mace stop us. We are masters in our nonviolent movement in disarming police forces. They don't know what to do. I've seen them so often. I remember in Birmingham, Alabama, when we were in that majestic struggle there. We would move out of the 16th Street Baptist Church day after day. By the hundreds we would move out, and Bull Connor would tell them to send the dogs forth. And they did come. But we just went before the dogs singing, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Bull Connor next would say, turn the fire hoses on. As I said to you the other night, Bull Connor didn't know history. He knew a kind of physics that somehow didn't relate to the transphysics that we knew about. And that was the fact that there was a certain kind of fire that no water could put out. And we went before the fire hoses. We had known water.